guys, welcome back. Today we're actually going to be doing something a little bit different. We're going to be checking out Genesis Battle of Champions. This is a new tactical card game that I got to play for the first time on stream the other day. We actually got a lesson from one of the top competitive players and judges for the game, and I enjoyed it a ton. So I thought I would post it up here on YouTube for you guys. Before we get started in the actual gameplay, I wanted to show you guys the art and show you what the cards actually look like, because it is a physical card game, but we are going to be playing it on Tabletop Simulator just because it's a bit easier for the stream. But like, look at these cards. They're absolutely insane. In addition to it being a regular card slash deck builder, there's also a lot of strategy and movement. So getting to, place your characters in various different directions. The way you face them is important, so that way they can target specific things. There is a lot to this game, and it was a ton of fun. I plan to keep playing this game, and I'm sure this won't be the last time you see it on the channel, but let me know down below in the comment section what you think of the game. Again, it is on Tabletop Simulator for a physical card game, so try not to be too, harsh on the actual appearance of the game. Tabletop Simulator is as good as it gets, but the cards are stunning. So I hope you guys enjoy it, and I will see you in the comment section.
The world is Genesis is set on the world of Jalara, so as you can see, when they have battles, they tend to have battles in arenas as so. And it's all centered around your champion, which is either Idris here or it's Raha. And essentially you're fighting a battle, throwing spells and creatures down, and just to see who is the winner. So if we have a look at the cards ourselves, we can see in the top left-hand corner, we've got three symbols up there. One in red, one in blue, and one in green. So in red, that's health. So that's the health of your champion. One of the ways of winning the game is to reduce your enemy champion down to 0. The next is your aura, which is what you use primarily to cast your spells and to summon your creatures.
That's the blue and one?
Yes, that's cool. The blue one. And then the green one itself is something called energy reduction, which I'll explain in a little bit. And then if you look at the top, you can see there's a grid. So that grid corresponds with your location for the character on the board. So if your character was, say, facing this way, you can see that one red spot there is their awareness. So their abilities that they can use on the cards, you can use here.
Okay, so
when anybody says awareness.
I see. So this person can target 1 forward, 2 forward, and then catty corner. Got it.
Yep.
Okay, cool.
And then on each character, normally they would have an attack, we can see here. And then they potentially might have a second attack. Just to use some Magic the Gathering terminology, when it comes to the speed of abilities, you have action speed, which is just your standard thing, and then you have your swift speed. But again, we'll go into that in a bit more detail.
Okay.
On the right hand side, you can see that there is 3 colors here. So we have a similar system to the different colors of mana in Magic the Gathering. So you've got yellow for Bellum, you've got red for Thymos, you've got blue for Axon, you've got Phage, which is the green, and then you have Chaos. And essentially, when it comes to building your cards, as long as whatever you put into the deck has that color, then it can be put into that deck.
Okay, so I can't put a Chaos card into this deck?
Yeah, correct.
Okay, sort of like a commander rule for Magic would be the equivalent?
Yep, that would be. So we'll just get on quickly to our turn structures.
Okay.
So this is how a round, not a turn, sorry. So again, when it comes to the beginning of the rounds, you would start your turn, and then you would go into your movement phase. So in this game, you can move a single square either up, down, left, or right. Okay. So, and once you have moved, you can then choose to rotate 90 degrees. So obviously, if you're facing forward, you can choose to rotate 90 degrees left or right.
Got it.
So that is your movement phase. Then you kind of have a choice here. So either you can go into your main phase, where you can play as many abilities as you want. So unlike Magic here, your resources are all front loaded. So the resources that you have on your card are going to be the resources you will have for the entire game.
Okay.
So unlike Magic, where you slowly build up and get stronger and stronger and stronger, in this game you are basically you have your max abilities, you've got your max resources, and slowly they get weaker and weaker and weaker.
Okay, that's an interesting
So
twist.
so it's all kind of about pacing yourself and pacing stuff. So, as I said, you can choose to either go into your main phase, or you can move a second time. So, say Raha was here, I would move up one, and again I can turn another 90 degrees. Now, when it comes to movement, it doesn't matter what way you're facing, so you can, even if you're facing 90 degrees, you can still move up, down, left, or right.
Okay, now the direction that you're facing, the only reason that's relevant is because of the how you can attack, right? Which is the
That's
little
correct. So,
red pips on the card.
yep. So,
Okay.
if you were going to use any of the attacks, so you would want to go that way to be able to see.
Yep.
And a lot of defensive abilities are at the front, so you can get around to the side of a champion. Normally, it's harder for them to stop you.
Okay, question. How many different champions are in the game?
So currently there are 12 champions.
Okay.
And then with the Kickstarter, which is finishing tonight, there'll be an extra 12 champions. So there'll be double the amount of characters that you can use.
Okay, and then you pick one champion for the game duration?
Yep. So your deck is based around that single champion. So
And how do
when
people
you
go
are both,
about choosing which champion? I'm guessing some are better than others, like sort of like rock, paper, scissors. So how do you make it fair so nobody's like counter picking?
so with a lot of um, so champions can be built in multiple ways. So not only can like you said, with the rock paper scissors in this game, there are summoners, spellcasters, and fighters.
Okay.
Um, but each character can be built in multiple ways. So, for example, Raha, she could be built as a fighter, or she could maybe be built as a spellcaster instead.
Okay.
So what you see potentially isn't the champion itself might not necessarily give you a idea of exactly what that deck is going to be.
Okay.
So going back to our phases. So as I said, you can either choose to go into your main phase or move a second time, or once that has finished, you then get to your end phase. So as I was alluding for before, we have spells that have different speeds. So if you were going to play, there we go. So if you were going to play something in action speed, it can only be done in the main phase. So, for example, if I was going to play the Infernal Ghoul, I can actually only summon it during the main phase.
Okay.
But if I wanted to say play Oten, that could be done at that could be done in the end phase, or it can be done at instant speed, like in Magic, in a response to something else.
And the reason for that is because it's not a creature. It doesn't have health.
So it's because of the speed. So you can see that there's action and there's swift. So those are the two speeds that we go at in this game.
Okay, so how come that you can't cast the Inferno Ghoul if it has Swift on it as well? You can't choose which one to use?
Yep. So when it comes to summons, you have your speeds here action. So each of the different speeds will be allocated to a different ability. So in this case, as I said, we'll go into summons right now. So this summon here has the beckon action. So that is what you actually will spend to beckon that creature to bring it onto the board.
Okay.
But then below it is its attack, which is a swift. So that means that again, you might be able to summon it, but then if you want to attack with it, you can attack with it at any swift at any time. So, but again, if we go into beckons now, so how you would beckon is your champion would pay the cost, and then you can choose any of these 4 squares here to beckon a creature or to summon a creature.
Okay, no diagonals, just front, back, sides?
Yep.
Okay.
So whenever you see adjacent, it means that it is the 4 things. If you say around, then it is all 8 of the squares.
Got it.
So you can summon adjacent. So once it is summoned, just like magic, it's exerted, which basically counts as it having summoning sickness, so it can't do anything for the turn.
Got it.
And then what happens is, as if we follow this, obviously we would end the round if we were, say, playing the summon here. And then we would go in and start our next round, which is essentially our next turn, and then that's when we would remove it and the summon would be able to be used. Now, if you wanted to use a spell, as you saw, a lot of our spells are swift speed, so they can be used in response to something, or they can be used during the end phase, or it can be used in the main phase or the end of round. So it's a lot more. So there's a lot more it can be done with it.
Okay.
Now, if you see here that it has a different cost, so as you can see, this our summon uses aura to be cast, while this ability uses energy. So, so you pay energy by removing a card from. I need to explain straight. Removing a card from your deck and depositing it into the timeline. So, if I was say to use Oten, as you can see, it has 6. So I would pay 6 cards from the timeline into the memories, and then that would be the cost of that card. So when I talked about win condition in this game, the second win condition we have at the moment is when you run out of cards in your timeline.
Okay.
So again, your timeline is almost as much is just as important as your aura in this case.
Got it.
Now, if we go back to our hero, as I said, the green symbol here means that it is a reduction. So it is an energy reduction. So
this costs 5.
If you were to, so if we were to pay a card called like Oten, it would cost us 5. So
got it.
You'll find in this game fighters normally have a reduction of 1 or 2, or if we look at our new champions, even 3. So, but they will normally have a smaller aura pool.
Okay.
Just to denote that they are fighters and they're not spellcasters or they're not summoners.
All right. Someone was saying if I hold Alt, it'll pop up the card. Okay, I like it. So that way I don't have to be so zoomed in. I can just... Nice.
Yeah, and if you scroll your mouse wheel, it'll make it bigger or smaller.
Yeah. I was zooming really close in because I am new to tabletop.
That's fine.
All right.
So I'll just reset the decks. He says, making sure to check that I'm putting back in the right deck.
Okay. I love all the little pieces in here.
Yeah, Tabletop Simulator is really good, and it gives you a lot of these symbols and stuff. And with the game expanding, you will be seeing obviously more things represent in it. So
okay,
cool. So then, the only choice you have now is which champion would you like to use?
And we're starting with these 2.
Yep. So it's either Raha or it is Idris. So the characters you can see in the decks that are represented are part of our 2-player starter set. So if you were to buy that, you would get everything. You would get the 2 decks, you would get the 2 champions, the round explaining card, and you would get cards to represent your energy.
All right. I kind of dig the archer, if you don't mind.
No problem. Yeah, she's good fun. So if I give you that and put that here. So just like Magic, your timeline is your library. Your memories is your graveyard, and then your subconscious would be exile, essentially. Cool. So, yeah, we start with our characters facing off against each other.
Okay. We start back here. Seems good.
Yep, so...
Sorry if I'm like moving the camera around too much, guys. I'm just trying to see everything.
No problem. So if you have a look at the counters, the aura, and and the health counters here. So if you just want to put that in there and match your character.
Okay, and you said I think it was 120 life or something.
So no, she's got 22 life and 95 aura.
Oh, I see. 5. Got it.
Yeah.
Okay. And you've got Alt.
Yeah. So Idris is more of she is more of a middle of the road character. So she doesn't have the reduction, but she does have a decent amount of health and a decent amount of aura. So again, you could build a very creature heavy, you could build a very spellcaster heavy, or if you wanted to, you can almost build a fighter heavy as well. Obviously, she's not as good as she wouldn't be as good as say some of the other characters that have more energy reduction, but she's still very good for that.
Okay, very cool.
No problem. So to start the round, we need to roll 2 dice to see who gets to go first.
All right.
So if you left click and highlight them both and press R, it will randomly roll them.
You said left click?
Yeah, left click and drag just to highlight them.
And R?
If you left click and then drag a box around them.
Oh, got it. And hit R. Got it.
Yeah, no problem. So 9. So the choice of first or second is for me. So in this game, it's quite an important choice because at the start of every round, you will always either go first or second. So
okay,
it does have a lasting effect in this game, and there's currently no way to change who gets priority for that turn. So
got it.
Cool. I'll go first. So to start off with, we draw 5 cards. So if you just hover over your deck and press 5, that'll give you that.
Got it.
Oh, actually, first you want to randomize before you do that.
Oh, okay. Let's put these all back.
They have not been rounded.
Oh. Go back in the deck.
You need to flip them if they haven't.
Flip.
There we
Got
go.
'em.
Cool. Yeah.
Ah. This is typically a paper game for those of you guys who are watching, so can't imagine that this would... Okay, and then you said you hover over it and you hit R?
So yeah, to randomize it. So hover over and press R.
Got it.
It'll randomize the deck. Cool. And then we'll press 5 to draw 5 cards.
Got it. Okay. Looking good.
Cool. Okay, so I will take priority, so I will go first. So again, we're going to move to the movement phase. So I am going to move 1, and I won't rotate. So then that is my movement phase done. So now I can choose to either move again, like I said, or go to our movement phase. So in this situation, I am going to move a second time. And then I will go to my end phase. So I can now choose to play abilities, but I won't do so. So instead, I'm going to exert myself. So I'll use this token just to show that I'm exerted.
Okay.
And then that is the end of my turn. So now it goes to yourself. So it's your choice.
You said you choose to exert? I'm sorry. I thought that was just... I thought that blue token was the summoning sickness equivalent.
So exerting is basically... when you summon a creature, you exert the creature as well. So essentially, it's you're ending the turn with that creature. Exert is that term where but as I said, when it comes to beckoning, when a creature comes in, it gets exerted as well. So
okay, but this one was already in play. So how come it got exerted?
Because at the end of the turn, you always exert whatever you've activated.
Okay, sounds good. Okay, so I would like to cast this tiger because I feel like every ranger needs a pet tiger.
Yep, sounds fair.
Okay, so the cost is the yellow resource, which
So the cost is the blue resource. So
I see. And where does it say how much it is?
So it should have an ability that says beckon at the top.
Oh, yes. Okay. And that is 8. And I do have reduction 1? Or is that only,
so that's for,
only
that's
green
only for
ones?
energy. Yeah.
Okay. This one costs energy. This one costs the mana. Okay. So then I go 8 mana.
Mm-hmm.
And then I can play the cat, and I can play the cat anywhere in the 4.
Yep.
Okay, so cat goes here.
Mm-hmm.
And
so again,
he is exerted, right?
Yep. So as you said before, you started off, you decided to not move, so you moved on to your main phase, and this is where you are now summoning and using your abilities.
Does it matter what kind of token we use?
Nope.
Okay. All right, and that is my turn. I don't want to move closer to you.
No problem. So again, you'll move to end end phase, you have any abilities you want to play?
Oh yeah. So this guy can't play any abilities, and then we have
Correct.
deal 2 damage to a target.
Yep. So I'm slightly out of range of your awareness right now. So.
Yep. So I will pass. No abilities.
No problem. Cool. So now you've passed. So we get to the end of round. So we have another opportunity to play a spell or ability. But obviously, I don't have anything to play. Do you have anything to play?
Some of these are so expensive.
Yeah, it's part of the tactical play is that you need to make sure.
Are creatures spells still? What do you think, team? Should we play this extra quick shot?
Say you're probably not in range. It's probably 2 spaces ahead of you, so I'm just probably out of range.
Oh, I thought this was another creature. I got confused. Yeah, it doesn't have a life total, so never mind.
Yep.
Yep. So we don't want to cast that, and none of these other things are creatures, so I will pass.
No problem. Sorry if you give me a sec.
It's okay. Totally take your time. In fact, I'm just gonna. If you want, you can just mute yourself if need to. All right, guys, so while we're playing the game, one of the things that you guys could check out if you're interested, if the game seems fun to you, is here's actually a link to the Kickstarter. It's ending tonight. It's the last day to do it, which is why we are doing this fun stream to kind of show it off to you guys, for those of you guys who are interested. So it is, like I said, a tactical card game. This is the tabletop version, so it's not, I'm sure I'm making it look very awkward, but it is, I'm not super tech savvy, so Tabletop Simulator is a little bit above me, but it is actually just a straight card game, and it's really fun. So from what I have seen of it so far, we did like a little pre-show for it the other day, and it looks pretty sweet. You're doing great.
Okay.
Thanks.
So as I said, we've gone past the end of rounds, so we're getting now to a brand new round. So at this time, we remove all exert tokens from everything.
Got it.
And then we draw an extra card.
Got it. I'm getting good at this.
Oh, sorry, my apologies. We draw another card because we should have at the start of the first round. So
I should be going to 6?
Yes.
Okay. Got it.
Okay, so my champion's gonna go first. So movement phase. So I am going to. I will not move. So then I will move on to my main phase. So as part of my main phase, I'm also gonna put down a summon. So I'm gonna place a Bahu here.
Okay.
So again, it costs 6. And then it comes in, and an exert token goes onto it.
4 health versus 2 health. My tiger is going to be so much cooler than yours. Just you wait.
Definitely. So just another point to make is in this game, unlike Magic, it's defender's advantage. So if we say both had a swift attack and you attacked first, I can in response attack, and then I can potentially kill you before your attack lands. So
okay, so it goes on the stack. Got it.
It does. Everything goes on the stack in this game, so there's no special things there. So that's done, and then that is me done also. So I'll move to my end phase, and I will put down a counter.
All right. This little guy's got some good health.
So if a creature is exhausted, then it won't be able to attack you. So, though a champion can always play a swift ability as long as it doesn't cost exert.
Okay. So you played your tiger and then you moved to your end step, right? So it's my turn?
Yep.
So
it is your turn. So
I can move.
in this game, you get the choice now if you want to activate. So either you can activate your character or you can activate your creature. So it's your choice. Summons usually like the same turn sequence as a champion does. So you would move, have your main phase, and then you'd have your end phase.
And you can only move one card per turn. Is that correct?
One per turn, yes.
Okay. So if I were to move here, and then you were to move forward, you could attack me, but I would get to attack you back first?
Yep.
Okay, well, then this move seems fine. So I will move, and then I will go to activate, or to play a card. And I think we're going to play this wolf for 9 energy bits, I think? Yeah.
Yep, so that's 9 aura.
And I get a oh no, that's the other one. Never mind. So just 9.
Yep. You'll find mostly aura is used on abilities. So there are some creatures that will cost you potentially aura as well. So it will cost you energy as well as aura, but normally aura is what we use for summoning.
Okay, so he is summoning sick, and then I activated this, so she is summoning sick?
You haven't finished yet, because again, you can play as many abilities as you want, so...
Well, she can't do much at this point, so I think that's all I have.
So she can attack me.
Oh, I thought you were out of range. I could do the swift shot, but I thought I would want to do that in response.
Normally, yes, but at the moment I'm exhausted on both, so
okay.
I could potentially do something back to you, but at the moment I'm pretty much out of range, so you can shoot me.
So I'm going to choose to play this. This one does take the green source, and I have a discount on that, so I pay 3.
Yep. So you take 3 cards from your timeline and put them into your memories.
1, 2, 3. Okay, and then let's read what it does. Deal 1 damage to a target in quick shots. Awareness.
Yep. So the awareness of quick shot is the same as yours. So you can see it's 2 ahead. So now in response, I then get the chance to respond if I have my own swift ability in that situation. So in this case, I do. So I will choose to respond to you. So I'm going to play a Flame Jet, paying 7 aura.
Okay, so I would take 2 and you would take 1 then, I guess?
Yep.
Can I stack more stuff if I wanted to?
Yep, so what happens is that now that I have activated, so it's now your choice, so it comes back to yourself. So we keep swapping from one to the other until the person relents and says that they don't want to do something else in response. So,
all right, well, let's play this one then. This one does take 2, so this one is going to be 5 blue, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then it's going to be 2 green.
Energy.
Oh yeah, that's so, and I get a discount, so just 1 card goes into my memory pile.
That's correct.
Okay.
So then priority comes back to me. So in response to that, I will choose to allow it to resolve. So then we, as I said, like magic, it's last in, first out. So first off, wind/resolves.
You take 2.
So I take 2 damage.
And it goes into my memories?
Yep.
Okay.
So at this point, I can actually respond, and I could put something else on the stack and start rebuilding it again.
Okay.
So this is kind of the tactical element where potentially I might let you do 2 damage to me, but then that will allow me to do something else to you.
Okay.
But again, in response, so do you have a response to Flame Jet? Is there anything that you would like to do?
No.
No? Okay. So then Flame Jet itself will resolve. So it will do 2 damage to you.
To me. Go down to 20.
Yep. And then finally we go back to Quick Shot. So I don't have a response to that. So it's going to resolve.
Okay, I don't get to respond to this one because it's my own spell?
No, you can. So you can respond if you wanted to put your own attack on top of it. But obviously priority is given to your opponent first to respond to the stack.
Yeah, sure, why not? Let's go ahead and slash you again.
Nice.
Okay, so we go -5, 2, 3, 4, and 5, and then we put 1 into the graveyard.
Yep.
Sweet.
And then I get the choice if I want to respond to that, and I don't, so then that can resolve, so I take another 2 damage. Or have I not taken that? And then I took another one. And then I'm taking the swift shot. Yeah, cool. So, yeah, that resolves.
Okay. So this goes into the graveyard, and then one more resolves, I'm guessing.
Yeah, I have no response to that. So then that resolves and does no damage to me. So
Okay. Even game.
So that's 5 damage. Yep, and your character hasn't even finished yet, so she can still do her own attack, because again, you can play as many abilities as you want when you're in the main phase.
That's true. Forgot. Deals 1 damage to everything in your awareness. So
in this situation, you could do you could use the second ability to do 1 damage to her and 1 damage to me. So in this game, if you see something that says area, it means it does damage to everything in the area of effect here. So actually, if I had multiple creatures out, you could do a damage there,
so it's
there.
it's the area of the target, not my area.
So it's the area. So when it says area, it uses your awareness as the area of damage. So, sorry, yeah, it would do a damage here, 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 and here.
So it wouldn't
If you
hit
use
your
an
cat,
area
right?
attack. No, that was a miscalculation on my behalf.
You scared me. I was like, oh man, I'm totally thinking about this whole thing wrong.
No.
All right, cool. And then I have to exert. You deal 1 damage to everything in your awareness.
I'd suggest you probably just use the first attack, because you would do 2 damage to me, and that's the only thing in range.
So it says area range attack. What is? It's just that. Oh, okay. The number in the brackets is the damage. I see. Okay. Yeah. Let's go ahead and exert and do 2 damage to you.
Nice. I have no response to that.
All right. So now it's exerted.
Yep. So then normally I would come to me as its alternate activation, but I have nothing left that's unexerted, so it goes back to your tiger. So now it's your tiger's turn.
Okay. My tiger would like to move.
Yep.
And then the tiger gets the full turn phase as well?
Yep. So to be honest, you only have action ability. Yep. So as I say, you only have action attack, so you probably just want to double move.
Like that?
Yep.
Nice. Come get it.
And then moving on to end step, exert it.
Got it.
Cool. So again, we now get to the end of the round. Is there anything else you wish to play? You've probably played everything you could.
Yeah. Correct.
Okay. So then we'll go back to the beginning of the round. So we remove all exert tokens and we draw a card.
All right.
Cool. So again, we will have a look at what I'm going to do. So let's shake it up a little bit. So I'm going to move 1 to the side and I won't rotate. I'm going to go to my movement step. And then I will play a flame jet onto your cat.
Okay.
So I'll pay the cost. No, that's life. And then it's now started a new stack. So is there anything you want to do in response?
This would deal 2 damage.
But its awareness is only ahead.
Yes, I know he can't attack, but I have like another spell that because I can react with a different character, right?
Yep. Okay. You can. So your abilities always come from your champion. So
got it. Okay, cool.
If I'm in range to be hit with an attack, then you can hit me with that attack.
Yes, I did know that you can only react with Swift. It's just I'm slow at knowing what the cards in my hand do. I just don't recognize them. Okay, no response.
No response. Okay, so Flame Jet goes off and does 2 damage to the tiger. So
how do we represent 2 damage in this game?
So use the dice.
That's what I figured.
So you can press Q and R to make them go up and down, or you can click on the number and it will just go straight to that number. Okay, so it's still my main phase, so I can still do a few things. So I will play a baboon. Oops. So I'll play a Jalarian baboon. So
on my square we share.
yeah. So
Okay.
there's a difference. So when a creature moves, they can only move onto a square that's unoccupied. But if you place, which is what you do when you summon, and certain abilities have that, they can actually be on the same square. But obviously, there's some disadvantages to that because if there are certain abilities that allow you to attack everything in a square, so it's both a good and a bad thing. So
okay, got it.
So I'll pay 9 for that. So like any other creature, it comes in and it gets an exert, but it has a trigger ability, which is called Blitz. So what a Blitz essentially does is it removes the exert. It basically, when it enters the arena, it removes the exert token from it. So essentially, creatures with that basically have haste.
Okay. So your exert token goes away.
Yeah, but like with anything else, it starts a new stack. So, do you have a response to the Blitz trigger?
I do not.
No problem. So that goes off. And then finally, I will use Idris's ability called Fireball. So what it does is you can deal 2 fire damage to anything in the arena. So I'm going to spend 5 and I'm going to target your tiger.
All right.
So do you have a response to that?
I do not. Goodbye, tiger.
Cool. Bye bye. So sadly enough, the tiger goes into your memories. But then that is it because this attack exerts me, and now it's your turn.
All right. And we already drew, right? We draw at the same time.
Yep, so it's now you choose which character you wish to activate, either the Hound or you can activate your champion. So, and I still have the baboon and I still have the cat to go.
Okay. I would like to the baboon would be able to attack me back. Okay, well, we don't really want to do that. So I just want to play a spell.
So you're going to go past your movement phase?
Yes.
No problem. So you're going to move on to your main phase. So yeah, what would you like to cast?
I would like to cast this.
Nice.
It exerts, and it costs a bajillion, I think. It costs
14.
14 mana bits. 4 and
Cool.
10.
So do I have a response to this? Let's think. So yeah, I actually do have a response to this. So I am going to play Rampage Toss. So I will pay the cost. 1, 2, 3, 4. So what Rampage does is it does 2 damage to my baboon, but the trigger ability is if the champion or summon is dealt damage, then you can place it in any spot around you.
So you're picking it up and moving it?
Yep. So do you have a response to Rampage Toss?
I do not.
No problem. So I will do 2 damage to my lovely baboon.
Okay.
A very sad baboon now.
And
down to 1, and then I will move it. So I will move it. I can move it to any space. So yes, I will move my baboon to there. So Rampage Toss goes off. That's done. So now your Sandstorm's there. So I could potentially respond to that, but I'm not. So do you want to respond to your own Sandstorm?
I do not.
No problem. So it goes off and it does 4 damage. So it kills my cat. It does 4 damage to me.
4 damage to which lady?
To the Idris. So she's taken 4 as well.
I just called her Witch Lady. She looks like a shaman to me. She looks sweet.
Yep.
Okay, so this goes into my memories.
Yep, and then that's it. So that's the end of your turn. So now it's my turn to activate. So I
can't. You said I could play as many things as I wanted, or no?
So if you use a spell that has exert, then that basically ends your turn.
Oh.
Did you want to do something before that?
Could I have played a creature first?
Yes.
Okay. Well,
if you
don't mind, can I just do this thing? Is this a thing I can
so
play?
that is not so that's not a creature, but it is an alteration. So alterations are essentially like monuments and stuff that are on the board that interact with other creatures. So
I see.
that's essentially but it's still a good card to play right now. So again, Walls of Ventress means that something cannot move onto the walls. So essentially, as you said, it's going to take me a lot longer for my baboon to get around to attack you. So it's still a really good play.
Okay, cool. Then I play this first, and then we would play the other thingamabob. Do you want to move your monkey into a different area?
No, to be honest, that was the only 2 safe spaces that I had. So
okay, so -8 energy,
8 aura.
8 aura. Got it.
No problem.
Got it. Okay, ready to go.
Cool. So now my very sad monkey is going to do a runner. So he's going to move once. I'm going to move to my second movement phase. So I move again and rotate. And then that is the monkey done. So now it's your wolf's turn.
Okay.
So the good thing about a creature having a swift attack, it means that you can actually move, and then you can attack at the end of the turn. So they've got a lot more of a range to attack things.
Yes, but I can't reach anything.
Nope.
But creatures come in exerted, so they shouldn't be able to attack the turn they come in exerted, right?
That's correct.
Okay, so I'm just going to move here. And do I want to rotate? I think not. And that will be my turn?
Yep. So we'll go to the end phase. So that's all done. We'll go to end of round. Any abilities you want to play?
No.
Cool. And then we'll go back to the beginning of the round. So we'll go to our next round. So again, remove all exert tokens and draw a card.
How do I see how many cards do you have in your hand?
So if you look over to where I am, which is to the right, you can see I've got 4 cards in hand. Or you could just always ask.
Okay.
Okie dokie. So what do I want to do? I'm gonna move monkey once, then I'll go and move the monkey a second time, rotate, and then I'll move to my end phase and put down an exert token.
Okay.
Now it's your choice if you wish to use.
Moving twice is an exertion, right?
No, so you would move you'd move once, you'd move twice, then you'd go to your end phase, and again that's where you can play any swift abilities that you have on the card, and then exert yourself.
Okay. And action phases or action spells cannot be played after you've moved twice?
Yep, so action spells can only be played during your main phase, and obviously if you move twice, you move past that and move on to your end phase.
Okay. I get to choose who I activate right now, is that correct?
That is correct.
My champion, okay. So my dog here gets swift attack. So he can actually move twice and then attack?
That's correct.
So I can go 1, 2, choose to rotate?
Yep.
And then swift attack, which is an exertion. It deals 3 damage to a target in its awareness.
Yep, so it goes on, your attack goes onto the stack, so I have a chance to respond as always. So in this case, I am going to respond with an Oten. So I pay the cost, which is 6. And then that will allow me to move 1 step before your attack hits me. So do you have a response to that?
My spells always come from my hero, not from my dog, right? Is that true?
That is correct, yeah.
Okay. Then no, I do not have a response.
No problem. So again, first in, last out. So Oten will allow me to sidestep. So I'm going to sidestep over here.
Okay.
Oten resolves, and then obviously your dog will attack, but there is no target there, so the attack fizzles.
Okay. Then that is my dog's turn.
Yep. So then it is my champion's turn. So
I'm getting the hang of this, guys.
you're getting there, it's good.
I messed up with my first dog. It's okay.
That's all right. You got plenty spare in the deck, so. So another thing about this game is, unlike Magic, where you can only have 4 of a card, in this game you are not limited to how many you can have of any card or any spell.
Okay.
But yeah, we can talk a bit more about that afterwards. So I will move once.
Okay.
Then I will stay there for the turn. And then we'll go to my main phase. So now, again, I'm going to use her Fireball ability. And this time I'm going to target your champion. Do you have a response to that?
Deal 2 damage to any target anywhere in the area.
Yeah, it's a really strong attack. So yeah,
I
anywhere on the
area?
board. So yeah, so it's in the arena, I believe. Yeah.
Oh, it says arena. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay. So I just take 2 damage if that's the case.
Yep. If you don't have a response, then just take 2.
Okay.
But obviously that attack exerts me.
Got it.
Cool. So now it's your go.
All right. I'm going to move here and rotate.
Curie. There we go.
And then I can, I suppose, use the ranged attack for 2. Deal 2 damage to anything in my awareness.
Yep, that's correct.
Okay. I think I drew a card. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Okay.
So I've got a chance to respond. In this case, I'm not going to respond, so I'll just take the 2 damage.
Okay.
So that.
And then the question is do I want to move?
Well, you've gone to your main phase, so you've moved, and then you've shot me, and you've used an ability that exerts you.
Oh, that it does exert. You're right. Sorry about that. Okay.
That's all good. So yeah, so we'll get to end of round. Have you got any responses or anything you want to do?
Nope, that's it.
Cool. We'll move on to our next round then.
Okay.
So everything comes off, and we draw a card. Okay, so that poor monkey's been running around for a long time, so he's finally getting into there. So he's going to move once, and then he's going to hit you with a heavy attack for 3. Do you have a response?
And I can't respond with the hero's abilities, only the spells in hand, right?
Yeah, it is outside of your awareness. So if I attacked you and I was somehow in your awareness, then you'd be able to respond. But
You're not in my. I think you are in my awareness, aren't you?
Oh, if you're talking about attacking my champion, then yes, you can respond and shoot my champion. But for her, no, her awareness is
Oh,
one,
oops, oops,
two,
oops. Yep. For
four.
some reason, I thought it was my right and my left, and then forward, but it's not. It's slightly forward. Okay, my bad.
Yep. So
okay, but I could have if the monkey. What I was thinking was correct, though, right? Like I would be able to use her ability.
yeah.
Okay.
So if I was down to maybe 2 health, then you could, in response to the monkey hitting you, you could then shoot me and do the damage and kill me before it happens. So
okay. No responses to the monkey hitting me, and it hits me for 3.
cool. Yep.
Got it.
Cool. And then that's exerted. So now it's your choice on who you want to attack with, or who you want to activate. Sorry.
Let's activate the dog. Go 1, 2, and we're going to rotate left. And I'm going to attempt to swift basic attack you for 3.
Oof. I have no response to that, so yeah, I take 3 damage.
All right, and this little doge is exerted.
Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Your turn.
So now it's my champion's turn. So she's gonna step up.
Okay.
She is going to attempt to hit you with a shadow claw. So I pay 4 energy for that. Do you have a response?
Yes, but give me a sec.
No problem. Take all the time in the world.
Okay. I'm going to respond with left hook.
Nice.
Which is 3 cards go in, 2 cards go into my graveyard.
Yep.
Okay.
Cool. I won't do anything in response. So, do you have another thing you want to stack on top, or are you happy for it to resolve?
Yes, I do have another response. So I'm going to respond with a chain lightning for 17 mana.
Oof.
And I'm going to have it do 3 to you, 2 to my wall, and 1 to your monkey.
Okay. Well, that's going to be painful. So, in response to that, I'm going to rampage toss you. Paying 4.
Uh-oh. You rampage toss me? I thought that was your friend. Uh-oh.
Nope, I can rampage toss you.
Uh-oh, that means all my stuff is going to fizzle?
Yep.
Holy smokes. All right.
So, do you have a response to the rampage toss?
No. But it does mean yours is going to fizzle too, I guess. So it's a 2 for 2.
Yep.
Cool.
Yep, that's the it's knowing when to fold and when to go all in with this game. So cool. So rampage toss hits you, so it does 2 damage to you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I get to place you wherever I want. So I will place you over here. So rampage toss resolves. Do you want to do anything before before the left hook resolves? No. So I should have chosen first. So I'm not going to do anything to the left hook, and you're not. So that resolves and does no damage. Then you have nothing you want to do against the shadow claw.
But it fizzles as well, right?
Yep. So I miss as well. So then that goes.
Okay. Does it matter that you took my card and put it in your graveyard?
It does. Yes. Sorry.
It's okay. Just checking.
Yeah. No stealing from memories yet. So yeah. So that's resolved. So it's still my main phase, so I can still do a few more things. So I will put down a dog. Now again, as part of beckoning, you can only face the same direction that your champion's facing. So
got it.
as much as I'd love to turn the dog over to see you, I can't. So I'm going to pay 15.
I never did see where your cards in your hand were. You said up.
So if you look around the board, there's my name, and it will.
Oh, I see. Okay, so you have one card.
Yeah, I have a single card left.
Got it. Okay.
So that comes in exerted. And then I will use Idris's fireball ability just to hit you.
Okay. I have
no
response. I take 2.
Yep.
Got it.
And then I exerted. So it's your go now.
Okay. And I can't rotate more than once, right? You can only rotate 90 degrees.
Per movement phase, yeah. So if you didn't want to play any spells, you could move, avoid your main phase, move again, and then go to your end phase to play any swift abilities.
Okay.
So if you want, you can double turn and then shoot me in the bum.
I do think I do want to shoot you in the bum, yes.
That's fair.
Oh, wrong one. The second move doesn't exert me, or is it just because it's a swift attack I can shoot you in the bum?
It's a swift attack.
Okay, so it takes 3 cards in addition, and it's only 1 damage.
No, so your swift attack, yeah, so it's your 2 damage.
Oh, poop. Okay. Oops.
So you just use the top one, unless you want to do a damage to my dog, but it has got 6 wounds, so... At this stage, I would probably focus on trying to kill me as a champion because you've got more health than me.
Cool. I will shoot you in the bum.
Seems fair.
All right.
I'll take 2 damage. Got no response to that. Cool. So then that is everything has been exerted. So we'll move on to the beginning of next round. So remove your tokens and draw another card.
All right.
Oh, at the end phase, sorry, I did forget to do this. So at the end phase, my power, I can't even say it, that has an ability called Decay. So at the end of round, I lose a health. So in response to it being so cheap to summon, that's the cost I have to pay. So it goes from 6 down to 5. So okay, so back to my summons. So dang, monkey's got to take the long way again.
Yes, good job, Wall.
Move 1, 2, damn it, Wall, and then I'll exert.
Okay.
You'll go.
You have 2 cards in hand, you say?
Indeed.
All right. I would like to... What is that? You're at 7 health?
Yep. Don't have much left.
Am I allowed to... do I have to move... Swift attacks can happen anytime or only during the main phase?
So swift attacks can only happen from the main phase onwards. So you can't swift in your movement. So
okay. Well, then I think I will just attempt to focus on killing you. I'm going to try to play an ability.
Cool. So I have no response to that. So if you paid a cost,
I pay 3 because I get a discount.
Yep. And then I have no response to this, so I take a damage.
Okay. Oops, stop trying to cheat and go back in my hand. Got it. Okay. And then that was my first movement. I'm in my main phase. And then I'm going to go ahead and...
Well, you were in your main phase when you played your swift ability, so...
Yes. So now I have...
Yep.
Oh, you have to move twice at the same time. Okay, never mind. I thought I could move, but you don't.
No. So you either move main phase, end phase, or you double move, then end phase.
Okay, well then I can swift attack and hit you to exert?
Yep.
Okay, so 2 damage is what I'm going to put on the stack.
And I have no response to that, so the stat resolves, and I take 2 damage.
So close! Just die!
Oh! Oh, so mean. I thought you were nice.
I only pretend to be.
That's fair. Okay, so I am going to move. I'm going to activate Idris, so she's going to move once.
Okay.
Then I will play a Beacon, so I'm going to play a Sunrise Fox. So I'm going to pay 12. And its trigger ability is when it enters arena, a target in its awareness gains 2 life. So Idris gains 2 life.
No.
Can't make it that easy for you, I'm afraid. And that goes there.
Okay.
And then I'm going to use Idris's ability to do 2 damage to you. So
Yep.
I'll pay the 5.
And I go down to 9.
Yep, and I'll exert. And then that's me done. So you've just got your hound left to activate.
Okay. And the hound can't move into my square, right?
That's correct. Yeah, you can only place into the same square. You can't move. So.
Well, then I guess I'm going to attempt to move the dog
Mm-hmm.
by rotating it, and then I'm going to attempt to quick attack you.
Yeah, what I suggest you do is you can move once, twice, and then swift attack me. So it's going to take you more than.
So like this, you think?
Yeah, and then you can rotate, and then still hit me. Oh, sorry.
Okay, and then I will now
3.
attempt to hit you, and then it gets exerted.
Yeah, so I'm down to 2. And then back to my hound. It is going to move once to here.
Yep.
And then it's going to hit you for 4.
Okay.
Do you have a response?
If this is if my creature is exerted, can it respond with spells still?
As long as your champion spells are inside its awareness of the spell, then it can respond as long as it's a swift ability and as long as it doesn't cost an exert.
Okay, cool. I'm gonna respond with a mystical spear and try to dome your hero for 3 holy spear damage.
Sounds good. So this is quite rare, so you can choose either aura or energy in this case. So
okay, I will choose energy, and I get a discount, so I'm gonna put 6 into my yard.
Yep.
2, 4, and 6. I only got 28 aura left.
Do I have a dodge? Ooh, no, I don't. So the ability will resolve, and I lose 3 damage. 3 health, so I'm down to 3.
Stupid fox saved your life.
So that resolves. Do you have anything else you want to do before the dog hits you for 4?
There's nothing. I have no cards, and I can't use her abilities because she's kaput, right?
Yep.
Okay.
So cool. So the ability resolves, so you take 4 damage.
Okay, 4 it is. I think I already did it.
I think you did because I hit you for 3. I think
maybe
before.
It was just the 2. Maybe I did the 2 recently. That's what it was. I think.
Yeah.
Oh no! Someone said I already did.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Cool. So end around because that's done. So okay. I've got no responses there. So then we move back on to the beginning of round.
Okay. We draw 1 card.
Yep. Okay. So what can we do here?
Man, that thing hits hard. This thing lost a point of health at the end of turn 2?
Yep, that's true.
Cool.
It's down to 1. So I will... Yeah. So response, I'm going to activate the monkey. He's going to move 1, he's going to move 2. So he's going to hit you for 3. You have a response?
And you said I can respond with my hero's...
Swift ability? Yep,
Swift abilities? Okay, I want to try to respond with this.
Oh, nice. So response to your wind slash. My dog is going to attack you with his swift ability.
Okay, and that deals 4 damage to me?
Yep.
Okay, I will take 4. 3 and
Cool.
4.
So that resolves. So then I get the choice to respond again before Wind Slash. I'm not going to respond. So are you going to respond to Wind Slash?
Yes, he did double move. Someone's asking, but I think the baboon is allowed to double move and attack.
Oh, no. I'm sorry. Yeah, I can only move one. That I can't attack with that. I'm sorry. So what we'll say is end of phase. End of phase. The dog will attack. So.
Okay, so the monkey does not have an attack on the board then.
That's correct. Yeah.
Okay, Judge. Good looking out, team. Okay, so yeah, I took the 4, so that is done, and now my ability is on the stack. Is that correct?
Yep.
Okay. Would you like to respond to my ability?
I am not going to respond. Nope.
Okay, I'm going to attempt to swift
take
attack
2.
you with my exert ability.
Yep.
Do you die?
Oh, yes, I die. So you win.
Yes. That game it gets really close.
Yeah, it's when you have 2 people who just sat there focusing, it can just be a nail biter more than once. It's come down to having either one more life or having one more card than your opponent. So,
and the cards are super important. And that really cool stack turn where we stacked a bunch of stuff within our awareness, and then you threw me out of the range was nuts. That's so cool.
Yeah, it's a lot more as much as Magic is very interactive. Like Genesis, you'll see a lot more stacks because they're a lot closer, and so it becomes a bit more nail biting. Because movement in this game is very, very important. So,
all right, that was very neat.
Yeah,
I think I got the hang of it. It is a little, there's definitely a lot going on with the movements and stuff. Summoning that little fox behind you to gain 2 life is a pretty good strategy.
Yeah. But again, like with this game, like it could. There's multiple ways you can win. Like in regards to like trying to be more efficient and draining them of their aura, because as you can see, as soon as your aura is gone, with a lot of characters, they can't really do anything or summon anything, or again discarding cards. So your deck is down to just under half now. But there are cards in the game that force you to. Well, there are cards, in the new set which have an ability called Fatigue. So when you're hit with one of those attacks, you actually have to spend energy. So you'll see potentially a lot more games where they actually go and they go to try to drain your deck more than maybe do damage to your champion. So yeah,
Okay.
like with the new cards and new set, like the sky's the limits for this game. So
awesome. Do we have more of the champions in the game?
I can go. Yes, we do have a few more. So if I just have a look. So this is probably one of our. It's probably one of our. Sorry. So this is one of our more popular champions, so Nubia. So as you can see, she has 20 health, but she does have 150 aura, so she has a lot more.
She draws 2 cards.
Yeah, at the beginning of every round.
That seems OP.
It is. It can be very, very crazy, especially as in this game there is no card limit.
Wow, 2 cards seems nuts. You'll just win every stack race.
Yeah, but also the thing you need to think about is by drawing more cards, you're going through your deck quicker. So actually, you are more likely to run out of cards. So
especially in the you don't get the green discount.
Yeah.
Okay.
So in the championship that I played in, the last game I played, I had basically run out of a lot of my resources. So I literally had to run around until the end, where I just outpaced her, and she drew through all her cards and she lost. So
So are you the reigning champion?
No. So I came third.
I see.
Then Ruben, who's the person who beat me, he came second, and then Sid came first. But I must admit, the top 4 of the event all came from the same store.
So this game is still in the Kickstarter version. How is there already a championship?
So the Kickstarter was more of a way for us, well, for Haunted Castle Gaming's to advertise the game. So previous to this Kickstarter, there has actually been three sets that have, well, 4 sets, sorry, that have been released, which is Alpha, Beta, Raise, and Welcome to Jalara. So
Okay. So this is just another printing of it with a bunch of expansion and stuff.
yep, that's correct.
Very cool. Very cool. All right. Well, better look out. I'm going to be the next champion. I'm 1-0.
That's
I'm
fair.
undefeated.
Do you want? Have you got time to swap around so you can try the other deck, or
I would
what would
love
you like
to.
to do? Cool, no problem. I will reset the board.
Nice.
Yep, nice and clean. So if I just grab them out of here, there's Idris.
Yeah, this is a
And there's
12-hour
Raha.
stream. I've got lots of time.
You have all the time. No problem. So yep, if you want to grab the red bag, and if you just left click and just drag, you can actually drag the champion and the characters out.
All right. You go here. I know you guys keep telling me the hotkey to rotate, but like I don't remember things.
Q and E.
Okay.
Or if you want, just right click the button.
I have a deck. Oops, that's only one card. Let's grab all of them and boop it there, and then hold R. Nice. I remembered.
Yep. Yeah. So one thing that I didn't mention that I did allude to is that again in this game, when it comes to building a deck, you can have as many of the cards that you want. But the limiting factor in this game is that the deck cannot be more than 250 chi. So if you were to take a card from the top of my deck, so if we have, just take this and turn it around, you can see that this card here has a chi value of 4, which is the symbol in the top right hand corner next to the colors.
Yes, I do see that.
Yeah, so each of the cards has a different chi symbol, ranging from 3 to 8. And essentially, your 50 card deck has to be at most 250 chi. Obviously, you can go under that, but as you know, like you might as well use all your resources to give yourself the best advantage.
So you get to build your own deck, and then it's sort of like a Warhammer type game where you get a certain allotment of points to build your deck, so you can't just fill it full of bombs, basically.
Yeah, that's correct. So some of our stronger cards at 8 are obviously really strong. So, but again, it costs you. So normally the aim of the game is to try to balance your chi with something. So, for example, if I played a 4, then I would probably want to try to balance it with 6. So then by adding it up to 10, it's a lot easier to work your deck out, and then you hopefully don't have too many big bombs in there that will, because obviously the more big bombs you have in there, the more filler you have to put in to try to balance the chi value out.
Okay.
Cool. So again, if you press R to randomize the deck.
Got it. Draw 5?
Yep. And as I went first last time, you can go first this time. So we'll get into our first round. So now we draw another card as the start of a new round.
When you move the second time, you're exerted, right? So then you can't.
So you move to your end phase, so you get the chance to play abilities. Then, if you decline to play any swift abilities, you then get to the end of turn and you exert yourself. So
okay. So if I move forward, you could technically move forward twice and then poke me.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I think I should have done that in our first match. I think there was twice I was trying to stay away from you. Probably shouldn't have done that.
That's fine. Like as you were saying, like with Idris, you kind of don't want to stand back because normally if she's hitting you with a fireball, it puts you on a certain clock. And obviously, with some of the lower health characters, there can be, you might have only have a 10-10 clock, or if not, actually 9, because there are some champions that have 18 health as standard. So
okay, so I get 125 of these. Okay, so that sounds right. Let's go ahead and move there.
oops, I need to pick something. So 95. Sorry, we're setting up the board. So 95 and 20. Cool.
Go ahead
Sorry, carry on.
and hit you for 2.
Yep.
And that takes 5 of my energy and exerts me.
Mm-hmm.
Wait, my little bags don't have stuff in them. How do I make that happen?
You need to grab hold of a dice and drag it to the bag, and a symbol and drag it to the bag. So sorry, I'd set a lot of this up pre our first game.
Hey, go in there. Got it.
No, why that's not.
Okay. So I hit you for 2.
Yep.
Oh, I did that a little out of order. I'm gonna play a dude, if that's okay with you.
Yeah, that's no problem. So yeah,
Okay.
so you moved 1, gone to your main phase, played a cat for 6.
Yes, 6 more
Aura.
Thank you.
That's all right.
Okay.
Yep, and then you fireballed me.
Yep.
Cool.
And this comes into play exerted.
Correct.
Okay.
Yep. So that's my go. So what do I want to do? I'm going to single move. Going to go to my main phase. So then I am going to play a Kabus. So even though I said most of the time it costs aura to summon, there are certain creatures that allow you to either spend health or, in this case, discard a card. So
okay.
I'm going to discard a quick shot from my hand and go into my memories just to pay for the card. So like any other normal summon, it comes in and it's exerted.
All right.
Then I will play another one.
Oh my goodness.
So I'll pay 7 for that.
Only 6. Oh no, it's
no,
the
energy. That's still
round 1.
Yep, it's still aura, not energy. So and then that will be exerted. And then I will go to my end phase. I've got nothing else to do to respond, so I will put that down, and then I will end my turn. Cool. So end of the round. You got anything you want to play?
Nope.
Cool. So we'll go to the beginning of the round. So we remove all exert tokens and we draw a card.
Oh, I shuffled it. Oops.
No, that's okay.
All right.
Cool. So it's your turn first. So you get to choose who you want to go with first.
I'm going to go ahead and summon a spider.
Nice. Yep. I have no respond to you beckoning, so go ahead.
At 12. Man, this character gets kind of expensive.
Yep.
And I will summon.
So as great as
another spider. Oh my goodness! And I'm gonna fireball you for 5.
Nice. I'll just put the accounts on there. Oh yeah.
And one more on 2. This character. And that's it.
Yep. So he will activate the Andrathura. It's going to move 1. Which health you got? 4. And then it's just going to do its ranged attack for 2. Choosing obviously the one straight ahead of it. Do you have a response?
Yeah, the spider can't respond because it's exerted, right?
Correct.
Okay, so no, I do not have a response. He goes down to 2 health.
Yep.
Got it. My turn.
Mm-hmm.
Really want to move forward. I guess this thing does have a swift attack, so I could do it at the end,
Correct.
right?
Yep, so you can go. But again, remember, if you move forward, swift attack me, then I can swift attack with the Kabus and do 2 damage back to you, which would kill
and I'm
you.
tiny.
Your
Yeah.
attack would fizzle.
Okay.
Yep.
Okay, then, So maybe I just want to move 1?
Yeah, so you can always move to the side if you wanted to, because then I definitely wouldn't be able to get in there to hit you. And as you've got activation advantage, it means that you can actually activate the tiger before everything else, and you can go in and you can kill the Kabus.
Okay.
So you're baiting me in, basically.
I should rotate?
Yep.
Okay. Then I am done.
No problem. I will spend exert token on there. Then I will move once over to here and exert. Then I will activate my champion. So she's going to move up 1. And I will play a bolt shot, paying 3.
Deal 4 damage to everything in bolt shot's awareness.
Yep, so this is actually, because it's an area attack again, it does damage to both those spots. So there's 4 damage to everything within both those spots. So
Okay.
Do you have a response?
Yes, I'm going to attempt to toss my spider out of the way.
Nice.
It takes 4 cards.
Yep.
2, 3, and 4. And I will try to pick up the spider and put it here. It takes 2 damage.
Okay. Before you do that, I have a chance to respond before you move it. So put that there for now. So your rampage toss is on the stack.
Mm-hmm.
So then I have a choice if I want to respond or not. Let's have a look. In this case, yeah, I won't respond. So that resolves.
Okay.
And then
I will move my spooter here.
Yep. And then bolt shot is still there. Do you want to respond to that bolt shot?
I do not. So
No
I
problem.
will take 4.
Yep. I won't respond either. So that goes through. And then it's still my main phase. I will just attack you for 2. So I'm going to exert.
Yep. 2 it is.
Mm-hmm. And then that's it. End of round. So then we'll go to our brand new round. We both draw a card, and then it's you get to activate first. Oh wow, I'm getting all the big cards.
Okay. Oops. I'm going to attempt to activate. He hits for how much?
2.
Oh, he could respond with us with an attack, huh?
Correct.
That's no good. Now this would not be in the awareness, so could I... That would not be in... I can double and then swift attack, right?
Yep, you can rotate and then swift. You wanted to hit Raha.
Yep.
Cool. Then I get a chance to respond. I have nothing to respond with, so I will take the damage. So.
Okay. This is exerted.
Yep.
Goodbye, spider.
So my go. Yeah, Kabus is going to move here and it's going to attack your spider.
Okay. Bye forever.
We missed you.
You were very cute and friendly. Okay, and now it is my turn.
Yep.
I'm going to move one to the left. And I'm going to attempt to flame jet you.
So that's only the front 2 squares.
Oh, poop.
That's right. It's swift. If you want, you can move further forward, or up to you.
Well, I could. Okay, so let's not move. I'll skip my movement phase. I'm going to attempt to do 2 damage to you instead.
Okay. I won't respond. So,
okay.
Do you have anything else you want to play?
No.
Cool. So you will let it resolve. So you do 2 damage to me.
And it costs me 7. And then I'm going to end to exert by doing 2
more damage
to your cat.
Nice. So yeah, the cat dies.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Your turn.
So move up once.
Okay.
And then I will try playing Chain Lightning. Do you have a response to that? So I'll be choosing 3, 2, and then back to you for 1.
Yeah, I'm going to attempt to throw you out of range.
Oh no! Okay. I will have no response to that. So
yes!
Yeah, you can toss me.
All right, let me pay for it first. Oh, wait, I put the entire... Oh, poop. I put the entire deck on in the graveyard. How do I undo that?
Give me a sec. There we go.
Nice. Wizardry.
So you press the arrows to fast forward and rewind time. So
okay. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. So you will be tossed. This way. So that way you're nowhere near. You can't. You've already moved, so you can't target me now, right?
Yep. That's correct. So I have no response. So we go to Chain Lightning now. Do you have a response? Do you have anything else to the Chain Lightning, or you're fine where you are?
I'm fine. It doesn't hit anything, right?
Cool. Yep. So chain lightning would go off, but it fizzles, so nothing happens.
But you still pay for it?
Boom. Yep. I paid for it when I put it on the stack.
Oh, cool. Okay.
So I will play one more card. So I will play the Angel of Retribution for 25.
Okay. Wow, that thing has a lot of health.
Yep. So it has 6 health. It has an attack of 6. And it has 2 effects that you've not seen before. So flight. So it can move onto any spot that's occupied. So it can run over things that you can't really block it in. And then you have aerial. So aerial means that it can only be hit by ranged attacks. So stuff like your spider or anything that doesn't that isn't just a standard attack. So your spider can hurt it, and so can your fireball because it can target anything in the arena.
Okay.
Cool. And then I will. Oh, carry
What
on.
was the ability that let you attack the turn you summoned it?
Blitz. So your monkeys will have that.
Okay.
And then Raha cannot do anything else, so she will go there and have to take a wall in by the cat.
All right. So you have 2 cards in hand, and my cat cannot hit your silly bird.
So you can't hit the angel, nope. So you have to go for my champion.
That's gonna hurt.
Yep.
Okay. Well, I think Spider's gonna have to take one for the team here. Spider's gonna move and move, and then rotate this way, and it does have swift attack. So before it exerts, I'm gonna try to do 3 damage. Oh.
2.
I wonder if I should back it up 1.
Yep, I was going to suggest that.
Yeah.
So you don't need to get that close because
his range is farther.
Yeah, and also because I have flight, so I can still move over it, so you're not re-blocking the angel from hitting you. So
okay, and I'm also in your main archer's range as well. This gets out of that.
Yeah.
Cool.
You wouldn't be if you were there, but still, it's good to do that. So yep. So you're gonna hit my angel, so she takes 2.
3.
She's down to 4.
3 damage.
Is it 3? Oh, yeah, she takes 3. Sorry.
Spider strong.
Spider very strong. Then you got your tiger.
What did I do with my main character? I don't even remember.
She exited. I think. What did she do? Did she do anything this turn?
I don't think so.
Did you remove the counter from her?
I don't think I did. I could be wrong.
It's all good.
So the tiger can't hit the angel anyway, so I guess the tiger is just going to attempt to attack you for 2?
Yep, I will take 2. I have no response to that.
Okay, and then now... kind of question. To keep your angel out of range of everything, could I have moved the tiger here and swift attacked you in the butt?
Yes, you could have. But to be fair, the angel's probably not going to go for the tiger because the tiger can't hurt it.
Well, I'm going to take my other character and run away.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
So like this would be the play.
Yep, if you wanted to do that, yeah.
Cool. And then my character is going to add a dodge.
Yep.
And, I don't think I want to double because that would take the rest of my action. So I think I'll just move... I think I'll just move 1 out of the angel's range because it doesn't have a quick attack, right?
It does, yeah. Its holy attack is swift.
I see.
So yeah, the only way to avoid it completely is you'd have to double move one way or the other.
I see. I don't like going that way either. Okay, I'm gonna go this way.
That's no problem.
Rotate. I know But do I want to just do the damage to you? It's going to hit me. This idiot's going to hit me anyway. Hmm. Strategy in this game is pretty intense sometimes for having so few little boxes.
Yeah, it's a lot of pre-thinking. So
okay. I will not hit you because I'm low on stuff anyway. Great.
Yep.
Then this is exerted. That's my turn. The spider's also exerted.
Yep.
Okay.
So end around.
I don't think we can fireball the angel because I moved twice.
So it's the start of a new round, so you can activate now because it's your activation first, so you can fireball if you want.
Oh, and I think this rampaging toss ended up back in my hand on accident.
That's all good.
Cool. All right, so my activation first, I'm going to activate Spider first and just attempt to hit you or Angel again.
Yep, so I have no response, so
Yes.
the angel will die. No, my poor angel.
Angel's the scariest thing ever.
It can be, definitely. So then Raha, okay. I'm gonna activate her, so she is gonna move once, rotate, and she move a second time, and then she'll shoot the tiger.
Tiger is going to die. A very sad tiger death. I suppose it is my turn.
It is. Get your champion to activate.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna activate. Tigers are so vulnerable against your 2 damage.
Yep. But the response to that is that they're only cheap. They're only 6 aura, I think.
Yeah. All right. We're going to go ahead and summon a tiger.
Mm-hmm.
And that's going to cost me 6. I guess I could have moved, but I don't think that that is good. And then I think I'm just gonna, so this has got a thing. I think I'm just gonna spend 5 to shoot you.
No problem. I've got no response to that, so I'm down to 9.
Okay. Your go.
Yep. So my lovely little Cabas is just going to move 1, go to there, and then exert.
All right.
Cool. So next round, so again, new little markers, little card. And then it's your choice who you wish to activate first.
What's your life total at 9?
Yep. It's not great to your 19.
All right. I think I'm going to go ahead and oof. Things. That thing can move twice, and it does have a swift attack. I don't like that. All right, I'm going to pay 12 and play this.
So the fox can only face the same way as your
Yes. I'm just
champion,
a little I'm just a little slow. Like this, and heal my spider.
Yep.
Great.
Pay 12.
Yep. And then I'm going to attempt to shoot you for 2.
Nice, no response. So I take 2.
Oh, this was 55. Oops. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Great.
Okay.
And this is exerted.
Mm-hmm.
Not want to move.
Okay. So let's see what we can do. So I'm going to single move Raha.
Okay.
And then I will summon a wall of Ventress here.
Okay.
Valdius. And then I will summon a second wall here.
Okay.
And then I will exit.
Got it. I'm going to force my spider right into your range, huh? Oh, yeah, thank you.
That's right. Yep. It's almost part of my cunning plan.
That thing has a swift attack. Okay. You are at 7? Okay, you must have been at 9, I guess.
Yep.
This thing costs 15? That's so expensive.
Again, that's more of the road. The most expensive thing currently, I believe, is I think it's 34 or 35. So, but again, you are running low on aura.
Yeah,
You're
I'm
down
trying to math how many it's going to take me to kill you, right? It's going to take 4 activations, which is 20 aura for me. So I think I can afford this. Okay. And that will be the turn for this guy. He gets exerted.
Cool.
At the end of each round, he'll lose a health, so he's going to just go to 5.
At the end of the round, it's not the end of the turn, so that'll happen later.
Yeah, I'm just getting it ready. I'm slow.
Cool. No problem. So Kabus is going to move twice and move to there. You'll go.
This thing's already exerted. Oh, I can't move over my own minion, huh?
Yep. That's why I moved it there.
Ooh, maybe I shouldn't have summoned this guy yet. Wait a minute. Was I even able to summon that guy?
Yeah.
I think, didn't I already exert the earlier?
With
the fox? I think I just cheated. I don't think I'm allowed to summon that guy, am I?
Summoning the fox doesn't exert you.
I think
you just did it a little bit out of order because you fireballed me, then I think you summoned. So
I think I fireballed you the same turn I did the fox. Chat, anybody know? Because when my main character is exerted, I can't. Am I allowed to summon a minion or no?
No, you're not. Not unless it's a swift beckon.
Apparently there's 59 people in a Discord chat watching the game. Any of you guys notice if I did this wrong? I think I did. I think I was supposed to move the spider on my turn is the only move I could have done. Or the fox. Or the wolf, I mean. You're the judge. It's your call.
That's right.
I don't remember.
That's fine. I don't remember. So if we were just going to do it to your advantage, because you had the card in your hand anyway. So what we'll say is that you got things slightly out of order. So instead, you can put it into one of these two spots instead. Where would you like to put it? Because again, when you place something, you can put it in the same spot as something that's already there.
Oh, I didn't know you could.
Yep. So as I demonstrated in the last game, you cannot move onto a spot, but you can place onto a spot that has been occupied.
Okay, I did. Yeah, I thought that was a special ability only. Okay, well then let's put that on the other spot with the tiger. Yeah, let's do that.
No problem.
Okay, so then I've got 2 characters that I can activate. I guess we want to do the cat first. I'll just have it attack the wall for 2.
No problem.
And then
that's 8. Yep.
And then I guess spider goes here.
Yep.
And quick attacks.
Yep. So I got a response to that, so the Kabus dies.
Yeah, so Knight says I was exerted, so it was not a legal play. So I think this thing is just not on the board, is what this is.
Yeah, but as I said, we're only playing a demo game, so.
Yeah, I mean, I'm still happy to try to not cheat. Thank you, chat. I appreciate you. Okay. And then that is the end of the turn.
Yep. So we remove our exert tokens and we draw a card.
I kind of forgot that the creatures being played are only being played on the main characters.
Your main phase.
The main character's
your
main phase.
Yeah.
I think I decided to try to play it during like the spider's main phase, which is not allowed.
Yeah. Oh, well, again, it's only your second game, so it is not the end of the world.
Yeah.
Okay. It's your turn to activate first.
Oh, yeah. I guess I want to go 1 move and attack.
Yep, no response. So I take 2.
You take 3.
All 3s, right?
And that is it for the spider.
Cool. Don't think there's much I can really do. You might have a slight advantage over me by about 15 health. So,
I did cheat.
so I'm gonna. Move 1. Then I will try to chain lightning, targeting the wall.
That is going to resolve.
Cool. So 3 to the wall, 2 to the tiger, 1 to you.
All right, tiger is dead. 1 to me, and this goes to 3.
Yep.
Oops. How did the wall end up in my hand?
So, yep. And then I can't really do much else. That's going to be her exerting.
Okay. go here,
Mhm.
and I'll go ahead and attack the wall for 3 damage.
Nice. Yep. So the wall dies. So nothing else activates. Now it's your go again with Idris.
Okay. So if you double move, you can only activate swift attacks, right? Not a regular activation attack?
Correct, as long as it doesn't have exert as a cost.
Okay. Then I'm going to play this thing.
Yep.
And shoot you for a total of 20 points.
Wait, what?
So I played the character, and then I paid 5 more to exert myself.
Oh, right.
So I shot
you just said you shot me for 20. I was like, wait, what?
Oh, no, I'm so sorry. I'm going to play this, shoot you for a total of 20 blue points. Sorry.
Okay.
My mistake.
You can only play the ability, because it's an exert, so you can only play it once every round.
Yes, I only did once.
Yeah. So, yeah, 5. So I take 2.
I'm talking about my creature. It's 15.
Oh, sorry. So the creature is 15, and then your next action would be you hitting me for 5 with the fireball. Yeah. Okay, cool. No problem.
Cost me 20.
I was a little confused. Yes.
I am very confused all the time, so we should make like hats or matching jackets.
Yep. Cool. So that's it. End of round.
Okay.
I do not think there's anything that can save me. So yeah, you reduce the decay. So my champion is very, very. What can I do? We'll go for mercy. I will hit you for. Yeah, I'm gonna left hook the fox.
Do I get first activation still?
Oh Christ! Yes, you do.
So I can just shoot you for 2 with my hero.
Yeah, or you can just move the fox 1 and shoot me and hit me.
I'll just shoot you with my hero.
Yeah,
seems safer.
Cool. Yeah.
Before you respond with any crazy stuff.
Yep. So yep, you win.
Okay, I wasn't sure. I was wait a minute.
That's all right. So the demo decks, so how it's meant to go is that Idris is very easy to pick up. But with Raha, you really really stay back and try to be as efficient as possible and take out your creatures, which is fine during a demo game, but I always find it it's very standoffish. So I like to just throw it in and play it. So
yeah, I'm not really sure which one I liked more. I felt like at first that I was going through my resources a little too quickly with this deck, but then I ended up having enough because 2 points per turn from anywhere in the board is kind of a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, and because you have such low cost creatures, you can support that.
Wow.
Yeah. So what are you thinking of the game right now?
I mean, I was really surprised with the fact that one of the most unique parts about it for me was that I couldn't make a bunch of attacks because it would get you to be able to attack back, which made my lower health creatures need to be really, really sneaky. Yeah, I thought it was great.
Oh, I'm glad. As I said, there are many more heroes. So I will show you my favorite hero. So let's take that out. That will load. So we've got Kuhn. So he's very quick. So he's got 100 aura. He's got 1 damage reduction and his main ability there is aerial, so he's very, very, very quick. So again, he can move over, he can't really get blocked. And his dash means he actually gets to move an extra square.
Okay. That's going to be great for
So
repositioning.
yeah, so I mainly play him as a spellcaster, so he kind of runs forward. He plays solo, and then he uses a lot of area effect spells just to try to clear the board as efficiently as possible, while doing as much damage to the champion as possible.
He's got a pretty low range, but again, because he's moving so fast, that's not going to be really a problem. You can move onto a spot even if it's occupied, and then you just move an additional one. That seems great.
Yeah, he's super quick. He's super nimble. So
And then you said, so the point total on the right of the range, that is the total amount of points you can have in your deck. And what was that total again?
250.
250. Okay. And what is the highest range that you can see on a card in that for that spot?
8. So again, like we showed you there. So if we have a look at the angel is an 8-cost card. So
okay. Oh yeah, that's right.
Which again, you can have potentially quite a few angels in there, but if you have to balance, because it's 8, you'll have to balance that out with a lot more tat,
okay.
and a lot more cards that are far less efficient. So your frees normally in your deck are there to help you out situationally with certain things. So, or they're just very low cost for what they do.
So the deck balancing is kind of important, because if you have too many spells that cost removing cards from your timeline into your memories, but then in addition, like if they're very expensive, but then you play very expensive cards, you will go through your deck right away.
Yeah, so it's, as you said, not only do you have to balance your aura, but obviously you have to balance your energy in regards to that, and as you said, with your chi costs and stuff like that. There is a deck that is a one-turn kill deck. I think it's the Rain OTK, but again, it's very hit and miss. Which is why I love this game, because there's so many different ways that you can build a deck, and again, that's only going to expand with the Kickstarter. So
okay, very cool. Dying to decking is very common. Yeah, so that was my next question do you instantly die when you run out of cards? Or do you get to continue using what's on the board?
So unlike Magic, where you have to wait for a turn and you have to have an opportunity to draw, as soon as you draw your final card, that's it, the game is over.
Wow. So your last card is a 0. That is the death bomb. Okay. Wow, you don't even get to use your last card. That's brutal.
That's why keeping an eye on your deck
is important,
as well as obviously your aura is really important.
Is there an average number of that you like to think of when looking at when you build your deck, the cards that make you put cards into your timeline or into your memories? Is there like a maximum number that you like, if you were to add them all up, is a reasonable amount of cards to keep you from decking yourself?
Sorry, can you explain that again? Sorry.
So like a card has a cost of making you put cards in your memories. Is there a rough estimate, like kind of like when you're building a Magic deck, you want 17 mana, right?
Yeah.
So is there a rough estimate of how much you are willing to put of cards in your deck that make you put cards in your memories?
So again, that depends entirely on the hero you're taking, because again, heroes can have from 0 to up at the moment 0 to 2 energy reductions. So that really changed, like with the characters that you use, that can really change the amount of energy cards that you have. So
okay, that makes sense. That was awesome.
But again, like it's one of the funnest things about this game is the deck building aspect, because there's so much to balance, but when it works out well.
Okay. Do you guys have deck building in the Genesis, or is it just these intro decks?
There is deck building in Genesis.
I'm sorry, on tabletop. Sorry.
Oh yeah, on tabletop. So yeah, if we just quickly show you that. So with the 3 that you downloaded, there's also the Genesis deck builder table. So as you can see right here, once it loads in for me, so you can see at the bottom left, you've got your champions and all of your cards right here under the different factions.
I see.
So yeah. So if you can choose a champion, put it on the table, it won't have a cost. But then if you put, say, an Axon card on the table, it will give you the cards that are currently on the table and the chi costs that they currently are. So
Okay. I don't actually see the chi cost. I see the little thing, but it doesn't say how much.
so the chi cost is in the top right corner of the card. So it's 5. So it should give you the cost out of 5. Sorry, this is still loading in for me. So it's not on the right hand side.
Yeah, I don't see it here. I mean, I see it on the card, but I was wondering, does it give you the full total somewhere?
Yeah, it would do.
Okay. It just hasn't loaded yet. Got it. Okay. I gotta say, this
Yeah.
little
So as soon as it loads in,
vampire Bambi thing here is quite terrifying.
Yeah. So not only is this used for normal deck building, but also it's used for Future League, which is essentially the volunteer. It's a volunteer group of people who go and they actually test new card concepts. So it gets updated regularly, and if you join the Future League, then obviously you can come in and you can submit your reports. Again, this is publicly available to everybody, but the cards you see on here won't necessarily be exactly the same cards that are going to be printed because they can be changed up to the moment of print. So,
okay, I see.
if you want to have an idea of what people are looking at, like it's a good thing. But again, don't build a deck and guarantee that that's going to be what you'll be playing when the new set comes out.
So the top row are cards that do exist. The bottom row are things that are
Correct.
not yet printed.
Yeah, they're potential prototypes and stuff. So
nice. Okay, and then are these prototypes the things that are currently in the Kickstarter, like things that will be included?
Some of them are. Yes, so some of them will be the things that are in the Kickstarter, but again, they won't necessarily be exactly the cards that are on there because there are still certain cards that haven't been tested by us. There's still certain cards that are still secret that we don't even know about. So
the Kickstarter just ended. Oh no!
yeah, because it's midnight here in Canada. So
oh no! Boo! I didn't even think about that. It's only 9 o'clock for me. Oh, drat. All right. I think we should have done the stream a day earlier. All right. So, is there anything else you guys would like to show us for the game? Now, you guys can still get the actual game because it's already in print, right? We have a store locator that will have it for you guys.
That is correct. And again, even though the Kickstarter is over, there will be a standard version printed of the set as well. So even if you haven't picked it up in Kickstarter, the Origins will be available for retail release.
Okay, sounds good. Where will we go to find out, like, to be up to date when that happens?
So yeah, it will be posted on the website. If you're part of the Patreon, obviously, Sid puts videos up there every day during the week just to give people potential updates a bit earlier than everybody else.
Okay.
There's a kind of the two main sources where you get your information from.
Okay, cool. I have the website here. I will link it to you guys. That way, if you are looking for updates for when this hits print, you will be good to go. All right. Well, thank you very, very much for coming on to the stream. And then, is there anything special that they need to do to access this on tabletop? Because you said it is open to the public, right?
Yeah. So if you have a look through the tabletop simulator modules, and then if you just type in Genesis Battle of Champions, it will bring up the 3 modules that you can play that we just used. So
okay, cool, awesome. Well, thank you very much for coming on and hanging out with us.
No problem.
All right, awesome. Well,
thank you very much.
I'll talk to you guys soon.
Yep, definitely.
I'd like to give a special thank you to those of you who have signed up for our Patreon. I couldn't make this content without you. Also to Cool Stuff Inc. and KMC Sleeves for supporting the channel as well. Definitely check them out and use our discount codes to support the channel.